afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Flower Patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome, guys. I hope you've had a wonderful evening yesterday and a day also of doing things that you plan to do or spending time with your family and friends. Right, today, now I've had two emails or messages. One from a lady who asked me if I could do like a horseshoe style wreath, similar to a swag where it's at the top and down to the bottom, going down. So I'm assuming, if I read it correctly, going down like that from the wreath. And also I've had an email from a lady who's requested if I can do something with her just starting out, something extremely simple. So I thought I would mix both of them together and do that shape of like a upside down horseshoe, and also do it in a simple way. So I have got out a 14-inch grapevine wreath. I've pressed it in slightly just to give it a slight little more of a oval shape than a round circular shape. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to do it in greens with a hint of gold. The only reason I'm doing it gold again is because I've done something gold this morning for somebody. They had gold and red, so I've got a few bits left out, so I thought, well, we'll incorporate those into it instead of, you know, placing them back. Some are leftovers as well. So, but first of all, I'm going to use some Christmas ornaments and or baubles. So I've dug into my green bucket and I've got 3 of these out, and they are only styrofoam with like cut out pieces of paper placed on them, and I thought they would look really pretty, more like a sage green and gold these are. But I thought if I place 3 as a cluster at the top, then we'll use those again there. And then I've gone and dug out some more. I've got 2 of each of these emerald green. I've got one where it's cut out, and that one's a velvet one. This one's a velvet one, but has got a little leaf pattern on. And then, of course, I've got a glittered one as well. And I'm going to place those, maybe one of each as a cluster on the arrangement as well. So we've got those. I have done a bow, but I've done it simple. What we call it in the UK, a chocolate box bow. So we've got it in emerald green with the gold fuse on the back, and I've done 6-inch loops where I've placed them at the top, and then I've done 2 5-inch loops at the bottom and just a 3.5-inch one in the center, and that's going to just sit at the bottom. It may be by itself. I may just add a little bit of foliage around it, I'm not sure, but that is the velvet ribbon that we're going to use. And I've chosen velvet with us having velvet baubles or Christmas ornaments. So that's a very simple 4-loop bow. Right, for some length, I'm going to use what we used yesterday on the Christmas tree topper. Gosh, I had to think then. My brain is a bit delayed. I don't know why. But we're going to use the 11-inch mountain pine. I want those to come down the side. I've only got 3. I want them to come down the side and maybe 1 up above here, like so. So I've got 3 of those out. Now I've cut these the frosted Norfolk pine off the garland, and I've got 4 sprigs on each, or 4 sets of leaves. And I also want those, and I've left them like that with the 4. I haven't taken them off And I also want those to maybe sit coming down as well. So if you want things like this, instead of doing them singular, buy a garland and then you can cut off as many as you need without having to pull them off and place them in individually. I've also got out some of my flocked cypress leaves. These just come on single stems, so I will place and dot a few of those around because I want it to be more of a piney effect today. I've got out another bunch of my conifer. I've got another one left here from this morning, so I thought we'll incorporate that as well. I may pull these ones off and place them around the ribbon at the bottom. For our gold, I'm going to use these with them having fern on and also the pine needle effect foliage here as well. Again, I want to do it in, just pines, pine needles, texture more than anything. I have just pulled these off a stem and some of our bay leaves in the metallic gold, and I've placed them on singular. I do like to have a solid leaf in as well, so I'm just going to dot a few of those around. And then I was using these this morning. I've got 2 full stems left and a few little oddments of it, and I was considering also placing those going down as well, with a few of these maybe at the top and some around the bow. So that is all we have today, and I'm going to do it where if it shows the grapevine through the foliage, that's okay, because I'm going to make it so because again, if you're starting out and you're not sure what to do to fill it up, or you haven't got enough elements, so I'm going to create the wreath where if you see some of the grapevine through it, that's part of the design. So I'm going to bring the camera down and we're going to get started. So let's just bring that down. So one moment, please. Look who I've got. Back to me again. I tried getting his bed in here and he wouldn't go in it, so I've placed it on the floor. I'm going to try and come in a little bit more today. So we'll place it around there. So I'm not using a lot of elements. I've already placed on my hook. Now, with these, I want to cable tie these onto the grapevine wreath, and I've got out my some floral wire, and I may thread one of each through the floral wire and then take them through the grapevine and use as a cluster. So that is what I've thought to do instead. I've got 3 little smaller ones in the glitter here, but I'm not sure whether I want to place those in, so I haven't done anything with those. So I'm going to put those there. Let's hope Marley doesn't play with them. Right, so we're going to start off with our longest foliage first, or one of our longest. And I want to place these, because they are quite wispy, I want to bring these around here. So we're going to place in, and we're going to place the stem on the outer side. So one's there. and we're going to place one here. So they are now facing that way, coming to the bottom. Now I've got one here which I would like to place somewhere around here. Now I was considering placing two, one here and then another one there, and then I may put something like this in the center here and a bit of conifer. So do I do that? Yeah, let's grab another one. Instead of just doing three, I'll grab another one. So we've got four. Because with them being quite long, so we'll go under here. So it's joining with that one. And if you haven't got anything like these long mountain pine, you could use grasses if you feel you'd like, you know, with the similar texture. I don't know whether to put a small one there. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. Things just pop into my mind as I'm doing them. And I may just place a small one here, just to finish it off. Let me just, it's got something on. I think where I've pulled it off this garland. So we'll place a smaller one. And I'm going to go vertical with that one. So now we've got it going down. And then we have our Norfolk pine, and I want to place these in as well. I'm going to go under the hook, so it's not going to glue the hook down. And we will fluff them up a little. I've just placed new glue sticks in my glue pan, so it's very stringy. Oops daisy. There we go. Let's wipe that glue off. Now with these having 4 sprigs on, I can bring these two up here, have one there, one coming in, and then one going straight down. I'll do the same with this one. So it's covering all of that area, which is extremely helpful. And with our bow again, I just want that at the bottom. So before we carry on, I want to attach the bigger Christmas baubles and place those in here. So what I'm going to do, grab a cable tie. I may place them all together. So I'm going to try that first. With them being quite big, I may need the bigger cable tie. So I'm going through the loops. And I'm going to just go like that. And I was going to cable tie them to the grapevine as well. And then place another cable tie through. I'm going to just cut that off. and then bring them like that. I don't know whether to have them all together like that or one. Now I'm going to have them with the two at the bottom. So now I'm going to thread one piece of the cable tie around through the grapevine, if I can get it through. There we go. And then I'll attach the cable tie, bring them so they are sitting then like so. I may just pull that other cable tie a little, because I don't want them too loose. There, so that's brought them together more like so. So we've got those on. I'll save that one. And again, it's going to be a very quick and easy way to create a beautiful grapevine without having to place in lots of elements. So what I'm going to do here, I think I may place two either side here. Let's have a look. Maybe one on each end. I may have to use that other one, and then maybe place two just up above in here as well, so it becomes quite full of pine needle effect, or mainly rough textures. So we'll place one in there, we'll bring that one there, and the other two I'll put either side of this Christmas ornament or bauble at the top. And I've just seen I didn't cut off the cable tie, so let's cut that off. We don't want that. So then we'll place in that's going there. So we'll put one there, and then we'll place one on the opposite side of this smaller mountain pine. Oops, just slipped. Right, let me cut that one down a bit, guys. It's just bending. Oh, I put my Christmas tree up last night. Finally, it took me about 3 hours. I've got my son to get me some new Christmas lights. I just wanted the LED ones where there wasn't any colour. Last year I had different coloured lights where they flashed different colours, but this year I just wanted the LED, the white lights. And we're going to place that one there, and we're going to do the same with this one and have that there. Okay, you can bend your stems and lift them so they don't look flat. Give them a bit of movement. And volume as well. So I'm just bending them up a little. Give them that fullness. So we have this at the moment. So with the lady saying like the horseshoe effect, I think she means that's the horseshoe as it hangs, but then that is it upside down. So now I'm going to get some of our flocked cypress leaves, and I'm going to place a few around just on top to give it a little bit of the snow effect. I'm gonna get, I've got a pack what's got more flocking on, so I may get those out instead. These haven't got much flocking on. I don't know if it's come off because they've been in the bag. Oh, I've got it all over me. These have got a little bit more of the flocking on them. So I'm going to just cut the stem down a little bit. And we're going to place one here as well at the side of the Christmas bauble up here. I'm not, usually with these sort of leaves, I tend to rub my hand down them, but because they have got flocking on, I will just basically rub majority of the flocking off. So I'm not going to do that on these. I'm going to leave them as they are. If you want, you can just, you know, move the leaves slightly just to open them up a little. I'm going to bring one at the top as well in the centre. I'm just opening some of the leaves. I do prefer them open. And then I'm just moving the stem around to just give it a little bend to make it look more natural. We'll bring that one there. And one there. And we'll use 2 more. We'll bring these down here. We have got a horrible weather today. It is absolutely pouring it down. I'm going to bring one just slightly in here as well. I'll bend that so it looks like it's coming slightly inwards. And then we'll bring that here as well. So that's all I'm going to use of those as well. Let me just get rid of all the snow off here and on myself. So now before I place anything in, I think I may want to incorporate these. Now I could scatter these around, but I quite like the cluster, but I'm just wondering where I should place them, or should I have them individually? I don't know whether I like it down there. Oops, a daisy. No, it's too much. It looks like a line there. So do I scatter them? Place one there. Maybe this one up here. Or have them on the outer side. Oops. Do it in the same sequence on either side, I think. With the 2 velvet ones put each side. Let me stand above. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. So I'm changing my mind. 1, 2, 3. Instead of having them as a cluster, I've already glued the gold tips of them on, so I'm just getting a pick, putting some glue on, going inside the hole there, wiping around it so it doesn't leave a blob of glue, and there is your pick. So I'm going to do that with all of them. So I'll just quickly do that. Oh, I need a bit more glue on that one. So that's just if you want your picks doing individual, you know, instead of having them in a cluster. I like them either way. Because we've got a lot of green, I want to incorporate some gold as well. So let's just snip a bit of the length off, and I'm going to place one at the top there. Let me just make sure it's in correctly. Yeah. So one at the top there of the ones that I'll cut out, and one at this side as well. So I'm just going to lift it up in it so I can get behind to see. We've got one there. Then I'll use the glittered ones. And I'll bring these and there. So I'll have these glittered ones where they're sitting above. I could lift those actually and have those. I know some people like to see Christmas wreaths fall. I don't mind either way. I like them all. Stick that one there. And then we'll bring these here. I'm going to go through this cypress leaf and have it there. You don't have to go through the cypress leaf. I'm just placing it through so it looks like it's growing through the cypress leaf, if that makes sense. Excuse me. So we've got the there's 9 Christmas ornaments all together around the sides and the cluster in the centre. Now, I've placed a few of these on single picks to start with. And it's just adding that little bit of gold into it as well. I may bring those like that, some smaller. Just cut them a tiny bit smaller. Just so they're around where the Christmas baubles are. And they're sitting in there. Sorry if you can hear the rain. They've given it on all day. So we'll bring that one there as well. Then I'm going to bring one here at the top. Just lift up the wreath so I can see. So we've got that one at the top as well. And I'm going to bring one down here and one on the opposite side also. Oops, what's the glue strings? So I'm bringing that there. Just and then that one there as well. So I'm not going to place any more in as of yet. Now these bay leaves, I'm going to bring these on the outer side. So I may bring the odd one up above here. In fact, I'm going to do that. So how many shall I bring? Let's cut. So I'm just placing them now at the moment, just so I can see where I'd like them to be. I may bring two on the inside as well. Oh my gosh, it's pouring it down. Where you see that all this here, I may incorporate just two coming in there. As well, so we've got a bit of gold there, and then the red, oh my gosh, the rest, that's what I meant to have said. Bring one here and do the same on the opposite side. Bring one within the mountain pine, just so it's got a it's not on its own, it's got a bit of colour incorporated into it. Just place it there. And with this mountain pine, place one on that one. And there as well. And then maybe behind the two green Christmas ornaments at the top. So we're going to place those in. So let's just cut them. I'm cutting just about 1 inch off of the bottom because the stem is thinner right at the bottom. So we're going to, excuse my head everybody, just bring one in there, bring one through the Norfolk pine, let's find the wreath, one there as well. Let's place this one in at the bottom and the outer side as well. Let's just put this one in. Let's also and we'll place these outside of our Christmas bauble. Just lift that up so I can move it a little. There we go. And then one within this mountain pine as well on here. So when I do one, what I'm doing is one side here and then I'm going opposite placing the other one. And then the ones at the top. Let's place it around here. And just bend it so it doesn't. I may have to reposition these. I feel they're just not sitting how I'd like them. I'm gonna go more there. And just pull this one out as well. Got snow all over them. Just there. I feel that's much better. Like that. And let's get this last bay leaf in. Just find the grapevine through it. So we've got that effect at the moment, which I think looks really nice and different. Now we've got these two. Do I bring those in? Or do I put them up above? Or do I use these little oddments instead and just dot a few around? Set in a small. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If I can just get them untangled. I'm pulling them so they are straight instead of having them bent like this. I'm just opening them up to get the best out of them. Bring one here as well, just to add in a little bit of like icicles or just ice drops. I'll leave a couple to put with the bow. I think I'll use these single ones to maybe bring one up here. And then one in here. You can't really see them though, can you? So I wonder if I should place it there. So it's near the dark green bauble. They're not very, again, you can't really see them much. But it's just to add a little bit of something in. And then with the bow being down here, I could add in just a couple in the bow here. So let's just add these in. I want to add them in just so I can use them up, so I haven't got oddments hanging around. These were left over from this morning. So let's use them. And if you have anything yourself left over from a project, and you know it could go into another design that you're doing, place them in. It keeps down on having scraps. And we'll just add those there. And these little single ones I'll place in. I may place them here actually. Just add them where the Christmas baubles are. Let's get the glue string. And put those there. Now I do have, I don't know if I said these, a few of these. I've placed these ones really, well, I haven't pulled them so they open up. They do come as like quite close together. The ones I used on the other project, I think yesterday, I can't remember which one, or on that, on the wreath, I did pull them down so they open up a bit. So again, I may just place in, I think there's something needed here, just where the cypress leaves are. So let me cut these down a little. I don't want them too long. I just want them to, something to be incorporated with the cypress leaves. And I'm going to lift them up and just spread them open. So we've got gold, a lot of gold here, and there's just nothing really here of gold. So I need to, oh, did you see that for reflexes? Oh my goodness. So yeah, just to add a little bit of gold in there. And of course, I've got 5 of these. I think I want one there and one there. And then I may just bring this one up above here. Let's do that. So I used these this morning as well. And these what was left over. So I thought let's place them in, guys. Put that there. Have them on the bottom. Underneath here. I'll just place those there. And then this one here we'll place at the top. I think I'll bring, do I bring it in the middle? No, I need it at the top where the cypress leaf is here as well. We'll just open it slightly. Like that. So I'll keep those in there now. Right, let's go to our bow. Sorry if you can see my cat's bottom. He is very stubborn. So I'm wanting to just have that at the bottom there. So let's just get rid of the mess under here, so we don't get it all over the bow. Molly, move. I know, but you can't sit in it right underneath my nose. I'll do it here. Well, I'm sorry. Out of all the big workbench I've got, it has to be right close to me. So, I'm wanting to bring that around here. So I want to look where the centre is, which is around there. Grab my weaving needle that I use to pop the wire through, place it on or through the hole of the needle, then do a U-bend. And again, look where I'd like it positioned. And then push the needle through the grapevine, as you can see, and then pull it through. And then just open the wire so you can get your needle back off. Where's the other piece of wire? Here. And do the same with the other one. Don't place them in the same place that you've just pushed the other one through, because you need some of the grapevine to for the wire to attach to. So I'm going to now twist at the back. And I've just seen a couple of stems that have popped through. I'll just cut that. I don't need all of that. Get these here that I've seen again. If you see any pop through, cut them off. There's one here too. And then with the wire, bend it back over as a U-bend and push the ends back inside the grapevine wreath so they don't scratch on anyone's door, like so. And then just pop them up like so. I will get the snow off and have it like that. So that is your bow. And again, I've got a few of, I think what I'm going to do, just to add a bit of something with the bow, because I don't like them being just with nothing on them. I do like to see foliage or floral, depending on what you're doing, incorporated around the bow or in the bow. So we just open those up as well. And I'm going to place one. Oh, I've just dropped one of them in. Oh no, I've just dropped one in the glue. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I can rescue it. Oh. Please don't try this at home. My hands are that used to the heat from the glue. I don't feel really the glue. So what I'm trying to do is just get all this glue, what was on, get it off. I don't want to spoil them. Let's see if I've rescued it. Yeah, so that's fabulous. So now I can put it back onto the stem, because they're only wrapped around the stem. They're not really anything else. So now I've done that, we'll redo it. And I'm going to place this in here and pop that through. So we've got a bit of the, let's check this one. That one's okay. Pop some of the crystals through the bow. Like so. Now, I was just thinking, I wonder if I could just place that and just have that. Let's have a look there, and nothing else. Oops, they all push up, so and just have those there as well. So I'm not going to do anything else with it. Again, I've not used many elements. I've just placed in a lot of foliage and just the odd bits of these around. Just to add in that little bit of decor. My goodness. So you can, if you want to, place in more elements if you wish. But, you know, because I had the request of making something simple with not many elements, with the lady being a beginner, then and then the other lady wanting the horseshoe effect, upside down horseshoe. So I did them both together, and it looks like I've placed in lots and lots of elements. Let me get rid of all this mess. but I haven't placed in lots of elements because I've used the garland as well. That can, you know, save on buying all single stems. I don't know whether to cut the ribbon a bit at the bottom. Or do I just do a big ringlet? Instead. And I'm just turning it around. Yeah, I'll do that. So let's just get my easel. And by using big Christmas ornaments as well, that helps, you know, to cover up some areas, you know, gaps. If you're wanting to cover the gaps, if you want to see the grapevine through it, excuse me, then, you know, that's also a nice way. I think here I need a little bit of greenery, and I think I dropped something earlier. Yeah, I did. I'm wondering if I should just place that with it. Or there. I do like to have, I think that looks a bit lonely on its own and nothing green in there. So I'm going to cut this really short with this pine needle being quite long. It is flocked, so it goes well with what we're doing. So I'm going to go under. And have that in the middle. There. Right, so now we'll bring our camera up. Get rid of all the rubber bands. So, and it's quite a quick wreath to do, especially if you're using garlands like you saw that I used. Again, just fluff areas up, bring it alive. Oh my gosh, I've got one. What's happened there? Oh, it's come off the hook that it comes with. Oh my gosh. Right, let's glue. Put some glue on the end here. I can't take the hook off because it's cable tied on. I didn't glue these ones. So now I've placed a bit of glue on the top, and I need to put it into those 2 pins that they come with. Yeah. Try and get the 2 pins in. Oh my goodness. Push, push, push. There we go. I think. Yes. Oh, one moment, let me have a look at from the back. Maybe easier. So if you have anything like this occur, I want to just push it a bit more to make sure. So let me just now. There we go. Gosh, that shocked me, that. But we sorted it. Fluff the bow back up now. I've squashed the loops from that. I don't know whether I like that there. I think that may be better down here. I know what I could put there, guys. You know the 3 small Christmas ornaments that we've got? Do I use them as a cluster? I'll just put one there. I'll do them as a triangle. You know what? I'm going to place these on picks. I thought I'd done, but I'm quite picky. I can see that there's something amiss around the bow. It needs something with it, and I do get moments like these where, you know, I didn't choose to put something with it, but then once it's up, I just feel it's needed. Some people like to see just a plain bow without anything with it. Again, we've all got our different tastes that we like and different designs. I just like to see them with a bit of something with it. And I'm thinking of taking this off as well. So I'll split the leaves. Take that one off and put a pick on that as well. I mean, it may not need it. I could put one up there and one down here. Now, would I place... I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pinch another one from another bunch, take off the fern, place that one on the pick as well. I may do another, oh I don't know, let's have a look first. I don't want to go too crazy. But I think that where this pine needle is, it needs something a little bit wider for foliage to go underneath it. You'll see when I placed it in what I mean, that it will make it look better. Just by having a bit of that gold there as well. And I think one up here. And then maybe Christmas ornament to go with it. Just there. Bring these back through. And I could place one under there as well. it. Because I brought the 3 out, I may see if I can get this one and have it there. So then you've got 3 of the same colour. So let me just lift up. And there you have that one. So I've placed that one up there with the other 3. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I don't want to add any more in. So I'll put those in with the bunch here. Right, so that's what we've done today. We've added a few more elements, you know, the other Christmas baubles, and added some adjustments. But I think for one of these horseshoe effect, upside down horseshoe, it's a good way of looking at it really. You don't have to have the bow at the bottom, you know, you can just leave it bare. Or you could have some like bells hanging from there as well, if you don't want a bow. Or you could place the bow up above and have the bells here, or the cluster of baubles there as well. It's entirely your decision. There's lots of different ways you could do it, and it would look really pretty. So I quite like that because green's my favourite colour. Maybe I should bend that one a little bit. There. If there's any, let's have a look if there's anything popping out. No. And if you wanted to add in more than one colour, if you wanted a bow, instead of I've just used the one, you know, you could do that too. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And so I hope that I've fulfilled both of the ladies' wishes for something quite, well, simple, not too many elements, and also an upside down horseshoe as well. And in any colour it would always look fabulous. Honestly, guys, it would. And I'm sure if you buy garlands and that and use them as one long piece added in, it'd be much quicker for you when you're creating. And I'm sorry, I can keep spotting the odd glue string. And if you've got some little leftovers from the project, what would fit the colour scheme that you're doing, and you think they would, you know, look quite nice in, add them in. So then that brings down your, well, some people call them scraps. I call scraps when I've just got odd 1 or 2 of something. Oddments, it's just like probably about 6 or more little pieces of oddments, and then obviously leftovers is a few stems. So but yes, you can do it in any colour. I find green and gold are quite nice warming colour, and you know, especially emerald green, and it's lovely. I find it rich as well. So give it a go, guys, in whatever colour you wish. Please subscribe, share and like. Bring everybody along to come and join us to see what we're creating. And if you've got any ideas or requests, just message me on my YouTube page, or if you want to private message me, you can on my email, which is theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com. So have a wonderful day, guys. I won't be here tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend as well. And I hope if you're Christmas shopping, you get everything that you're wanting. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody, and have fun. I know Christmas Day is not here yet, but it won't be long. But I just love to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. So or I think in the States it's you call it a Christmas holidays, I think. Don't quote me because I can't quite remember. But either way, have a happy Christmas and enjoy the build up to Christmas as well. So take care, everybody. Have fun. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. If it's cold where you are, wrap up warm and stay safe. And I love you lots, and keep your comments coming. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's go in at a bit of a close-up. It's better when it's close-up than, excuse me, far away. Let me move that stand. Oh, I've got to press that button again, guys. Right, there's the... Oh, you can't see it now. There we go. There's the Christmas baubles, what we call in the UK baubles, or Christmas ornaments, with the, like a sage green. It looks a bit grey, don't it? But it's sage green and the gold. And then our glittered gold, oh my good gracious me. My glittered emerald green one, the small one. There is the velvet cut out ones. The bigger glittered bauble, and then we've got this one. I don't know if you can see. It's very hard to see that side. They want airing. I need to get the hair dryer on. But they've got patterns of leaves, look like ferns going up them, what stick out. And then we've got our spiky foliage here with the gold fern. If I can move the cypress leaf here. Then the cypress leaf flocked, and our berries, and our garland. Well, I've cut off a garland of our Norfolk pine, our gold metallic bay leaf, and again there's the cypress leaf which are flocked, our conifer, and our little jewels, look on the ribbon, and also the lovely green, emerald green velvet ribbon, which is gold embossed on the back, or fused should I say. And I've placed the little bits of crystals around as well, and then our long 11-inch Norfolk pine. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you give it a go, and if you do, in whatever colour, have fun. And again, if you wish to send me some pictures, send them on my email address at theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com. So have a great weekend, guys, and bye for now. See you soon. Bye.